once again. Carol and my mom and my sister all left, and today we did a whole lot of work on the property. There's a chipmunk. Where'd he go? There he is. I'm not sure if people are feeding them or they seem kind of tame. Anyway, so the work we did was a lot of leaf blowing, leaf raking. So we climbed under here and pulled out as much leaves as possible, and to let more air flow underneath it. The leaves get trapped in there every single year. We also found a bunch of shingles under there, so we pulled all them out. I guess when they redid the shingles on the side of the Wendy house, whoever it was, my dad or somebody we hired or whatever, I guess somebody didn't want to pay for the disposal of a big load of shingles, so this threw them underneath the Wendy house. Not sure why. I would have taken to the dump, paid the couple bucks to get rid of them, but then we pulled all that stuff out, dragged it out all over here. So we raked up all these leaves, sticks. Yeah, they used to have a big pile of wood there. We had a big pile of wood here. The property line is where that tree is and that tree is. Kept pushing it all the way down here. And we kept going. We didn't stop. And so that's all the debris all down here. We're gonna probably push it a little bit further. There's another chipmunk on this tree coming down. Cheeks full of food. Yeah, it's a lot of like really good compost, leaves and dirt. Oh, here he comes. What do you want? What are you doing? Where'd you go? Oh, I think he had a house there. He just disappeared into that ground. Whatever leaves came down this way, we pushed them off all that way. And I'll show you the work my sister did. She was up here for the week before with my mom and her daughter, and so they did a lot of this stuff as well. So they cleaned up all this stuff with leaves and twigs and cut down a few trees that were dead and just still standing. So there's obviously one there, one over there somewhere. Anything that was still up tall but dead, like this one's dead right here. Look at that, all the way up. It's dead. We need to cut it down. So she moved all that wood over here using a wheelbarrow and stuff, and that's all the debris leaves. We'll find like probably a better spot. Yeah, the property's looking really nice. And let's take you around here. The lake, of course, we got more rain last night, so I was hoping the water level would go down a little bit, but it was probably was going down a little bit, and then we got even more rain this morning. So the docks are still floating. I still haven't taken the boat out. Maybe we could do that right now, just get it out of the water at least. But look at that. That's crazy. That's the first time, like I said. But that boat should come out now, I guess. Drag that out. Beautiful day. It's so peaceful when everybody leaves and goes home. All the cottagers or all the city folk, they all leave, and then except for the guy blowing his leaves. But it's usually like just so quiet and peaceful. It's unbelievable. But yeah, there's the cottage. Let's take this boat out. It's flooded even more. I could stand on that Friday. Can't get to the boat. I guess the water level's gone up even more than I thought. Because when we arrived on Friday or Saturday morning, I could walk on the dock and a little bit of water would come maybe up on top, but it's at least 3 inches deeper. And when I stood on it, as you could see, these boots aren't that waterproof that I could just walk. I could just take my shoes and socks off, which I think I'm gonna have to do. Get my sandals, because it's just tied on the back, but I can't walk on that with these boots. I guess we'll get our sandals on. Also cut this tree down, which stood probably about 30 feet tall, and it was 100% dead and had this huge bulbous, I guess it got diseased at one time. The trunk would go up and then get really big and then narrow and then really big. It was almost like a snake choking on a couple volleyballs. But managed to cut that down and didn't damage anything. And we made it fall into the bushes this way. And then we just cut it all up. Chipmunk's back. Just cut it all up and put it over there. Dry it out, and then we'll have a bonfire one day. Let's get our sandals on. All right, got the footwear on. So last night we watched Dave with Kevin Kline and Sigourney Weaver. It's the one where he is like a temp agency guy, but he looks exactly like the President of the United States, and the President of the United States dies, so he takes over, and they use him to get him to go and have an affair or whatever, and stuff happens, and then they need him to continue being the president. So it's just a fabulous movie, probably from the 90s, I guess. All right, let's try this again, and I'll put the camera on this side this time. So yeah, if you get the chance, check out, it's just called Dave. Fantastic movie. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen it, and let everybody else know if you've seen it and how good it is. All right, let's put this camera up here. Somebody's being extra cautious, and there's another rope right at the very back there. Gotta take that one off too. Well, that could have been easier. So the problem was there was just enough water in there to make it way too heavy to get over this hump. So I had to go over that hump, which was much easier, closer to the water, tip it sideways, let all the water out. Once all the water was out, I could pull it out. It just didn't seem like that much water that I couldn't get it up over this height, but it was definitely way too heavy for just one person to pull out. If Ben was here, either he could have done it easily or we both could have pulled it out much easier. But yeah, just had to tip it over, let the rest of the excess water out, and then when Ben's up here on the weekend, we'll put it underneath the cottage. We got a nice spot for it, and then it'll be all safe. This will be the first year that we're storing that boat here. It used to be Carol's dad's boat, but since they sold the cottage, he offered it to my mom, which is really nice of him. Thanks, Jim. We appreciate it. We've always wanted an aluminum boat up here. We've always had canoes and rowboats and stuff, but we've never had a nice aluminum rowboat like that. And they're just so much more durable, and we have an old John boat that needs to be tossed. It's time for a beer. Let's do it. This is where I'm going to be all doing my editing for the next couple days, and but it's going to be nice and relaxing up here. Got some fishing baits for maybe later. This is what Josh gave me. He makes these himself. He pours them, paints them. This is one of my favorite baits on this lake. It's the Strike King Zero stick worm. It's called Wacky Rig. So you just get one of these, put the hook right this through the center, toss it, and just string it along, and bass go crazy. Oh, look at that. What year is that? It's this year. Let's see if we can open this left-handed. Oh yeah. Ambidextrous Canadian. Ah, listen to that noise. There's no noise. That's peaceful right there, isn't it? I'm not sure which movie I'm going to watch tonight. We have a bunch of DVDs that we've transferred to a hard drive, so we have a hard drive full of movies, and when we go through them together as a family, it's difficult because certain people don't want to watch certain types of movies, and I'm an action shoot 'em up kind of guy. I love those movies, and nobody else really does. So that's why we watch Dave, which is a fantastic movie. I already told you, but I think I'm going to watch that. Was it Shaw and Hobbs movie? It's just one of those movies I've been wanting to watch for a while and just haven't got around to doing it. And tonight's the night. It's just me, Canada Canadian, and a lot of movies that I can watch tonight. It's kind of funny. We're only 15-20 minutes north of Bracebridge, and the trees here aren't changing as fast as Bracebridge. Bracebridge has like every color, like the bright reds, orange, yellow, green, and it's just north of Bracebridge, and there's kind of like a swampy area, and the train tracks go through that area too. And when you turn that corner, it just looks like perfect autumn. Right now, if you look out this way, it just looks like still summertime because all the trees on the other side are still all pretty much green. Some of them are starting to turn, but there's so many more green than any other color, so it still looks like summer here. But just north of Bracebridge, it has that autumn, just a beautiful autumn look to it. And I can't wait for the next few weeks to come by. I'll make sure I get my drone up, especially on a nice bright sunny day. I'll get the drone up, get some really nice beautiful aerial shots for you guys, because I know how much people from different parts of the world just love it when Canada does its autumn color change for the trees and stuff. It is just absolutely gorgeous. No bugs out, although there was a mosquito. We had a mosquito buzzing me yesterday when I was doing the leaves. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me on today's vlog. Tomorrow I'm with Carl pretty much all day. I'm hoping I'll be able to get a vlog out to you. I'm trying to do it daily, like I've been saying to you guys. I've been trying to do daily vlogs. It's extremely hard. But as long as you guys keep watching these kind of vlogs, then I'll keep making them for you. So once again, cheers to every single one of you guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next vlog. Cheers.